Welcome to the first Virtual Book Fair USA. Now, global design authors Claudia Ardura and Adrián Valdés present their books, presented by Libertad Betancourt and interpreted by Manuel Ramos. Please, guys, go ahead.
Thank you so much, everybody. My name is Libertad Betancourt. I'm Cultural Ambassador of Writers in America and Europe, and I am a coordinator of Book for Peace in United States, and many things more. But I don't want to talk about it. Thank you, Cesar Salvatierra and Alan Morales. They are our co-founders of this virtual book fair. This is the 8th virtual book fair. It's in United States. Welcome to my country. My heart is half Mexican, half American. And thank you, Cesar Salvatierra Morales. And thank you, Manuel Ramos, who is here. He's going to translate everything to Spanish. This presentation is going to be in both languages. And thank you, Luis Palacios, because he helped us in backstage. Especially, I want to say thank you, Adrián Valdés and Claudia Ardura. They are two great writers with a lot of energy, very happy. I think you are the happiest person that I that I have.
I feel very happy to
Thank
be here.
you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, because you are so excited now, I'm going to give it to you the turn to say hello to everybody. I want to say just something. I want to say, what is the title of your book? Your book is Who Am I? What I Want. I think are really two deep questions. And for Alonso Ruiz Soto, I'm sorry, are my notes, sorry. Adrián Valdés, the value of customers in times of crisis. This is it's not common topic, right? We're not in crisis. Okay, let's go, Claudia. Let's go, Adrián. Say hello, everybody.
Thank you. Okay, mi nombre es Claudia Ardura y para mí es un honor poder llegar hasta tu país. Este libro, cuando lo escribí, jamás pensé que pudiera cruzar sus propios límites.
Okay, thank you, Claudia. In this case, she mentions that she feels that it is a honor to be here in the first virtual book fair. And of course, she also emphasizes that she never thought that the book that she produced was going to break the limits of the countries. Yeah, so thank you, Claudia.
Thank you. Este es un libro que siempre vas a valorar, de verdad, porque está más allá de las palabras y para los grandes corazones. Revela las piezas clave para descubrir nuestro equilibrio, la compasión, el perdón, la sabiduría y el conocimiento del ser y el significado de nuestra existencia.
Okay, thank you, Claudia. In this case, she mentions that the book is about our being and human being. In this case, we are going to find many important things inside the book, like compassion and also forgiveness.
Thank you. And now we are going to give it to the turn to Adrián Valdés. He's waiting, excited, like you. Go ahead, Adrián.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Yo soy Adrián Valdés desde acá, desde la Ciudad de México. Y mi libro, El valor de un cliente en tiempos de crisis, tiene que ver con el tema que acabamos de vivir y estamos terminando de vivir. Yo me dediqué muchos años al tema de la industria restaurantera y hotelera y vi cómo los negocios cerrados, cómo los negocios en esa crisis, y en ese momento surge mi pregunta: ¿cuánto vale un cliente en estos tiempos de crisis? Y darle su verdadero valor. Con mucho gusto lo presento ante ustedes. Buenas noches.
Thank you, Adrian. In this case, the author mentions that he realized that in this during this pandemic time, the value of customer of a client has increased. So he focused on that point, and that's why he developed the book that now we are going to know more about during this interview. Go ahead, Libertad.
Thank you so much. According to my notes, both are Mexican. I know Claudia is from Mexico City, but Adrian, where are you from? Which state?
Veracruz. Yo soy
Ah,
Tuxpan, Veracruz.
I think I have the information. Okay, my question is, I saw in the notes you have a very interesting background, but I want to be focused in the book. But I saw, I don't remember if it was Adrian or Claudia, you had the experience to took a class with Dr. Alfonso Ruiz, right? That's right. Who was it? And the other, I think, Adrian, you had the opportunity to be with Cornejo. So
Miguel Ángel Cornejo. Miguel Ángel Cornejo.
And Claudia with Dr. Alfonso Ruiz, right? Okay, I would like that you share a little about the experiences, because if I am correct, Dr. Alfonso Ruiz is not the writer of I forgot the name of the book. I have actually the book, The Master of Love.
¿Cuatro acuerdos?
No, and The Master of Love, right?
No lo sé.
Yeah, it's a Master of Love, I think.
Yo tuve la fortuna de que él fuera parte de mi mentor. Él daba unos entrenamientos llamados Semiología de la Vida Cotidiana. Es un hombre espectacular hablando de la introspección del ser humano y fue parte de esa experiencia hermosa por la cual yo quise transformar mi país, y ahora mira hasta dónde voy, más allá de sus límites, empezando por mi gente y llegar hasta allá y a otros lugares más. Ha sido maravilloso, sin poder olvidar gente tan extraordinaria en mi vida, como el doctor Alfonso Ruiz Soto, como mi padre, el señor José Rivera, como muchísimos, el señor Carlos Carrera también. ¿Qué te puedo decir? Gracias a que me enseñaron a ser quién soy y qué quiero, descubrí mi potencialidad pura, y ese es el objetivo de este libro.
Okay, thank you, Claudia. In this case, Claudia tells us how one special author was her mentor. Of course, he has a big influence on her. That's why she decided to create the material that now we are talking about. But she never thought that it was going to break the limits of its country. And well, also she mentions that the material is related to who she is and what she wants. Thank you, Claudia.
Thank you. I don't want to give wrong information. I was checking the Master of Love. It's Miguel Ruiz, not Alfonso Ruiz. It's Miguel Ruiz, and it's the same of the fourth agreement, the fifth agreement. Yeah, but maybe they are family. I don't know. Okay, but tell us a little, Adrian, a little more about your experience with Cornejo. I forgot the name. Miguel Ángel Cornejo.
Miguel Ángel Cornejo, Teoría del Empresario.
We had him in the one of our book fairs, I think, in Mexico. What I'm asking, because finally all the things that we absorb in this life, we are projecting, we are putting in our books, in our work. This is the reason that I'm asking. Okay, tell us a little more about it.
Could you repeat the question, please, Libertad?
The question is the same for Claudia, that if he can share the experience that he has with Miguel Ángel Cornejo.
Ok, Adrián, por favor, cuéntanos un poco más de tu experiencia y la influencia que puede haber tenido Miguel Ángel Cornejo en la producción del material.
Sí, Miguel Ángel Cornejo, en paz descanse, fue un gran escritor, un gran mentor, un gran coach, que yo tuve la oportunidad de tomar sus cursos, en el cual uno de los más importantes fue Teoría del Empresario, en el cual nos educó en aquellos años sobre detalles de cómo manejar una empresa, cómo ver la empresa, cómo adentrarse en la empresa, pero además cómo ver a los clientes y darle ese gran valor al cliente, hoy por hoy, lo más importante de los negocios. Por eso lo menciono y es parte de la bibliografía en el valor de un cliente en tiempos de crisis.
Okay, thank you, Adrian. In this case, he tells us his experience taking some courses, some training that Miguel Angel Cornejo was sharing. And of course, as part of this activity, as part of this course, he took many tools, many knowledge that had led him to create the book that now we are viewing, no? The value of the client in the crisis time.
Okay, thank you. Claudia, when I see you here in the screen, I see a beautiful woman, happy, excited, with energy. But they don't know, they don't know, you have a difficult time, you have a difficult past. You were abused in many aspects, violence with your family, and you were sad, you had a divorce, you have your gift that is your son, that you call them the most beautiful gift that God gave it to you. How did you have a big resilience? How did you work with yourself, and what do you put in your book that motivates to other women to follow the good path, the path of happiness like you?
Okay, thank you, Libertad. In this case, Claudia, por favor, cuéntanos un poco sobre tu experiencia de empoderamiento, tu experiencia ligada a lo que vas a transmitir o lo que ya has transmitido dentro del libro, ¿no?
Because she had a really difficult past.
Debido al pasado que un poquito hemos leído dentro de la semblanza.
Sí, Libertad, este libro es para todo ser humano, hombre, mujer, niños. Aprendí a ser un ser humano resiliente cuando, después de venir, de no tener un significado, de no sentir un lugar seguro, de no saber lo que era amar, de no saber para qué existía, comprendí que el sufrimiento era una elección. Y fue difícil. Mi libro no es un libro para automotivar y darte una palmadita en el hombro y que al día siguiente tus hábitos y tu cuerpo que tiene memoria junto con tus pensamientos vuelvas a caer en lo mismo. Esto es un libro donde te enseño con claves paso a paso que la única manera de poder tener nuestra potencialidad pura es dejar de tener la interpretación que tenemos de nosotros mismos, que es el verdugo y el diablo más grande, la interpretación que tenemos de nosotros mismos. Más todas las experiencias vividas, tomamos la elección de ser un borrego o ser simplemente un ser humano auténtico con toda la libertad de justo poder expresarme y de bailar, porque entendí que soy la persona más importante del mundo y empecé a amar a Claudia Ardura, a aceptarla, a reconciliarme conmigo, a perdonarme, y por sentido común y por añadidura lo hago con el ser humano que está enfrente de mí. Esa es mi misión de vida.
Okay, thank you, Claudia. In summary, she has mentioned that we are going to find in the book an interpretation that she decided to take after a process that she passed. In this case, she decided to stop being someone else to start being her own. In this case, Claudia Vera herself. So in the book, we are not going to find pieces of advices or recommendations. We are going to find some steps that she followed in order to have her own interpretation of her being.
I love it. I love to hear about stories because especially when they motivate us to be better. Okay, now the turn is to Adrian. Adrian, tell us. You are talking about crisis. Crisis, really? Pandemic is not a crisis. We are in a big crisis for a long, long time. What do you, first of all, your book was published before the pandemic or was you write it during the pandemic?
Adrián, cuéntanos si el libro surgió antes de la pandemia o durante, tal vez si ya tenías una idea, coméntanos un poquito.
Sí, el libro yo lo empecé a escribir exactamente cuando empezó la pandemia y vi negocios cerrados, caras desangeladas, una ciudad triste, complicada, y ahí surge esa parte que por un lado duele, que por un lado pega, en este caso a los negocios y a la gente que trabajábamos en ellos, y surge el valor de un cliente en tiempos de crisis. Entonces, mucha gente dice que del dolor saqué la fuerza para escribir un texto que animara a decir sí se puede salir adelante si tú puedes y atiendes bien a tu cliente en cualquiera que sea tu negocio. Y lo sigo pensando así.
Okay, thank you, Adrián. He mentions that the idea of creating this book was born at the beginning of the pandemic time. She saw many businesses that were closing, and that's why he found this idea. So he's still thinking that the principal part of a business are the customers, the clients.
Thank you so much, Manuel. And could you put a little, could you be a little far of the microphone because the sound is distorting, please? Thank you so much. Okay. I want to give this, it's not a question, it's a little minutes to talk about whatever you want, Claudia, that it comes from your heart. Give us a message. Give us a message for all the audience that they are watching you and why I have to buy today, now, right now, online, your book, because it's just push the button and have the book immediately like the Adrián book too. Is the question, or not a question, the comment is for both.
Por favor, autores, empezamos con Claudia. Regálenos un mensaje que nos motive a presionar el botón el día de hoy y comprar el libro, adquirirlo, ya que estamos en Amazon y es virtual como lo podemos obtener.
Gracias. Yo lo único que te podría motivar es que te mires en el espejo y saber si realmente la persona que ves enfrente tiene lo que desea, es quien es, o sigue aparentando ser quien no es para que los demás lo acepten. Es duro, pero yo te invito a que transformes a esa personita que está enfrente de ti justo con un botón de basta. Me merezco abundancia, amor, relaciones duraderas y no hay otra cosa más que la conciencia. Cuando hacemos consciente nuestras emociones, cuando hacemos consciente nuestros temores, automáticamente desaparecen porque son creados por la mente y por las emociones. Somos energía pura y nos enfermamos psicosomáticamente por nada. Y cuando la salvación del ser humano está en dar, y dar ser auténtico, dar un ser en total abundancia. Así que te recomiendo que compres este libro maravilloso que está hecho con las ganas de transformar mi país y llegó a otros lugares sin esperarlo y cada hoja está escrita con sabiduría, con conocimiento y con muchísimas ganas de que el día que yo me vaya, este mundo sea mejor del que yo encontré, para mi hijo y para el tuyo y para todos los que vienen atrás de mí.
Okay, thank you, Claudia. In summary, she mentioned that the first step that we could take is to look at a mirror and analyze if we see what we want, what we desire, and if it is not like that, we have to start to change it by loving ourselves and working on what we want. So a first step could be to get the book of Claudia that was thought just for creating a better country, but now it has a break in the limits and now it's available for all the world. So she decides, her desire is to have a better world for her son, for her family, and also for ours.
Ojalá que así sea.
Ahora pasamos con Adrián.
Amen.
Muchas gracias,
Amen.
Claudia.
Hola, yo te invito a que compres hoy mi libro en Amazon. Viene próximamente la versión en papel, porque tendrás en él una guía de una persona como yo, que se vivió desde lavaplatos en los restaurantes, acomodando autos en los restaurantes, hasta director y socio de negocios de restaurantes y hoteles. Y eso te da mi experiencia vivida de años, 30, 35 años, trabajando de cerca con la gente y con el cliente. Y hoy por hoy, cuando el mundo está empezando a recuperarse, tendrías y vas a encontrar en el libro una excelente oportunidad para entender el por qué debes empezar a atender a tu cliente de otra manera. Para entender el por qué, tienes que darle un valor agregado a tu servicio y a tu negocio y a tu producto. Esto te va a ayudar a que el camino sea más fácil para que tu negocio se recupere muy pronto. Sin duda, estoy a tus órdenes.
Thank you, Adrian. In summary, he mentions that he has worked as many in many things. He has been a dishwasher, but also a director in a restaurant. So his experience is very big. That's why he has noticed, he has realized that the value of a client is very important, especially during this pandemic time. That is a crisis time. So he also recommends for the business owners that they have to give a plus to their clients in order to have them more satisfied during the service that they give.
Thank you so much, Manuel, and thank you so much for the writers. I have been interviewed many writers, many, but I believe you guys, both. My skin is, I don't know how do you say chinita in English, but my skin is like this. You really project not just letters. You are projecting experiences, maybe tears, maybe smiles, but I believe you. Okay, if I want to buy the book, where can I find you? Are you in Facebook, Instagram? I know the book probably is in Amazon. And tell me what is your media, your social media?
Ok, Libertad, quería compartirles a los dos que siente muy fuertemente que ambos proyectan lo que transmiten con sus libros y es algo que yo también he percibido, por lo cual los felicitamos y agradecemos. Y bueno, ya para ir cerrando, nos gustaría saber adicionalmente a Amazon, ¿dónde podemos encontrar sus libros? Tal vez contactarlos también para seguirlos en redes sociales.
¿Yo o tú? ¿Tú, Adriancito, o yo primero? Gracias, caballero. Bien, mira, en Facebook a mí me encuentras por @quién soy que quiero con Claudia Ardura, así se llama mi página, quién soy que quiero. En Instagram y de la misma manera me encuentras quién soy _que quiero, o en Twitter me encuentras con @yo elijo quién soy. Y mi libro, aparte que está en Amazon, lo tengo en físico. Si me mandas un mensaje o lo que sea por Messenger, yo te lo envío hasta donde estás. Y es un libro maravilloso, de verdad, créemelo, te va a servir muchísimo para transformar cada uno de esos sueños que tienes guardados en tu cajón. Así que ahí me encuentras en cualquier red social y muchísimas gracias por este espacio. Gracias una vez más a Enrique y a Silladé y a ti por existir en mi vida y por llegar mi libro más allá de lo que yo pensé.
Gracias, Claudia. Thanks. In this case, we can find her in Facebook and also in Twitter. We are going to mention the dates in the description of the video. But of course, we can get the book also physically. It's not just online. We can have the physical material. So thank you, Claudia. Ahora el turno de Adrián, por favor.
Ok. Bueno, a mí me encuentras en Facebook como Adrián Valdés, próximamente una nueva página. En Amazon está mi libro ahorita en versión digital y próximamente viene la versión escrita y ahí vienen todos mis datos de contacto. Me daría mucho gusto que lo tengas en tus manos y que te emociones como nosotros por escribir del corazón hacia afuera. Aquí estamos.
Thank you very much, Adrian. So as he mentioned, we can find his book in Amazon too. And of course, he has a physical book too, so we can get it if we ask for it. Thank you, Adrian.
Gracias.
Thank you so much. We have just 3 minutes to say bye. I can't believe it. I wanted to ask you many things. I want to ask Claudia who you are. And I want to ask you, Adrian, what are the most principal or the most important values for you? But I think maybe we are going to find the answers in the book, on the book. And I invite everybody to buy these books. I think are stories, beautiful, beautiful, and they have probably a lot of witness for us. Thank you so much. And thank you. If you want to say just in 1 minute, back to our audience, please.
Algo para concluir así súper rápido que nos quieran regalar Claudia y Adrián, por favor.
Rapidísimo, solamente es agradecida con Dios, con la vida, por este espacio y llegar hasta allá, llegar a ti y dejarte una pequeña semilla de que el amor existe, de que la resiliencia es, y que todo en esta vida está aquí y depende de mí, y cambiar este mundo depende de ti, pero empecemos por uno. ¿Qué te parece? Te invito a eso.
Thank you, Claudia, for this important message. She considers that it is important to remember always that resilience and love is important, and that if we have the desire of a better world, we have to start by changing ourselves. Thank you, Claudia. Now, Adrián, please.
Gracias. Gracias a Global, Enrique Silladé. Gracias, Libertad. Gracias, Manuel. Gracias, Clau. Gracias a Dios porque nos permite hacer esto.
Okay, Adrian wanted to say thanks for every person, every people that has participated in the organization of the first virtual book fair of USA. So we also say thanks for your participation, Adrian and Claudia, and congratulations for both.
And the global design people too. Thank you. Thank you so much. And you have to know that my label in life is I love living. I love living. Amo vivir, and I love living like you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much, Manuel Ramos, for this impeccable transmission. Thank you, Luis Palacio, because if it's not for him, Luis Palacios, if it's not for him, we cannot be talking. He's the magician making miracles, beautiful miracles happens. Thank you, Adrián Valdés. Good luck with your book. And Adriana Ardura, the same. I'm pretty sure today people is going to buy the book. It's really simple. Use just your finger and you can have a beautiful experiences in your hands that maybe it can touch your heart and transform your life. Maybe it's what you are looking for. Gracias a todos. Thank you so much for all people in the book, the first virtual book fair. Bye-bye and good night. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Good night.
Bye.
Buenas noches y gracias a todos.
Gracias a ustedes. Buenas noches.
Okay, thank you, Manuel, for this interpretation. Thank you, Libertad, for this brilliant interview. And thank you, Adrian and Claudia, for sharing your books with us. This is the first virtual book fair USA. Thanks for watching and see you later.
See you.
See you later.